You are listening to another Third Coast Nerds podcast. The single greatest miracle in the Marvel Universe is that they somehow have never brought Uncle Ben back to life.
This is very true. I like that.
He stayed died. Stayed died.
Actually, he died a lot. If you think about it, like every origin story, they're
over
like,
and over
first
again.
episode, dead.
Like all the rest of them, get infinite resurrections. He's back. He's back. Well, I guess, could it be that Uncle Ben is just stuck in that Groundhog Day loop where he just keeps dying over and over and over again?
I think it was one of y'all's posts. Alan Tudyk would essentially be in the same role. He just comes onto a show for a season or so and then dies.
Yeah, that was Garcia.
Yeah.
That was Garcia about that. So Powerless got canceled.
Yeah.
But it got canceled a while back. But it was, I guess, unpopular enough of a show where no one really noticed.
His show got a season 2, didn't it? Yeah. Con Man.
I don't know. I didn't watch that show.
I got the Blu-ray, the DVD, and the digital copies because I was a Kickstarter of that one because he was in Firefly. So.
Yeah.
Speaking of, new Firefly shirt.
I like it.
Yeah.
They couldn't see that on camera. It's too far away.
Or even just the audio.
I think it just looked like him tweaking his nipples from 6 feet away is what just happened.
No, my eyes would have rolled back. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
He enjoyed it.
For the audio-only listeners, the look on his face said this. That's exactly what it said.
I think there's it's more. No, it's too much in yours.
Can't get... Well, I mean, I'm a man, so...
Debatable.
Oh, so what the hell? Anyway, it's an octopus thing. I don't know Firefly well enough to understand what that is.
Should watch it 10 more times.
Yeah.
I don't watch it on a quarterly basis like y'all do.
It dances on screens.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Odie Bar.
It's been a few years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's been many a year.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't think I've watched it this year. I haven't been homesick long enough to watch the entire series.
I just finished Stargate Atlantis for this year.
Didn't
Yeah, we
you
were talking
just
about that.
start it last week?
Yeah. Well, it's been like 2.5 weeks maybe now.
Is your house safe? Is it going to burn down?
It seems to be okay.
Yeah.
For now. So.
But you are unplugged. You have no cable, nothing right now.
I have internet.
Okay, you have internet. Okay.
We cord cut, so I only have internet. But
Welcome to the
that's why I've been watching Atlantis because I don't watch like 7 episodes of Modern Family a day now.
Someone told me that I guess one of the packagers for the channels in Cody got sued,
Oh, really?
and all their channels and everything stopped working.
I've never used Kodi. I used Kodi when it was XBMC way back in the day.
Yeah.
And then I went to T-Versity, now Plex. So that's all I really use. So
Cody's too off and on for me. Like every time I get it working the way I want, then I got to go redo XML files and stuff.
yeah.
So I don't mind paying for stuff if it's like something I really want to watch. So Expanse, like I bought it on Google so I can watch it wherever.
It's a good show.
And then I tried out because I needed to watch the soccer game, and I hate blackouts.
Yeah.
Freaking retarded.
I thought you had season tickets.
It was an away game,
Oh, okay.
so they did a blackout for an away game. Like,
Were they playing Dallas or something? Dallas, San Antonio?
well, they're playing Dallas, but they did the same thing.
Oh
They're
yeah,
playing
the
in-
stupid market rules where it's like technically you're within
Enough
such a
miles,
distance.
yeah.
Well, when
yeah.
we were playing Colorado, they did the same thing. Like, it's supposed to play on the cube.
You drove to Colorado recently.
I came back.
You can make it.
I came back the day before the Dynamo game. I was
should have
sad.
scheduled that better.
Well, it's too long of a trip. I thought it was on a Saturday because we were thinking about going and then just come back really late. But then it was on Sunday, so we got back at like 4:00 on Sunday morning. We slept, then had friends over to drink the beer I brought back and watch the Dynamo game. So,
Nice.
but so I used it's called Sling TV.
Yeah, we know what that is.
Is that one the right one?
Well,
Where
there's
you
two
pick whatever
things.
channel you want.
There's
Not Sling Box.
there's Sling TV and there's Sling Blade TV.
Yeah.
They're very different.
They're the subscription service or you're watching someone else's TV.
No, the subscription, Sling
Yeah.
TV. And I did the free trial so I could watch Fox Sports Net.
Yeah.
Because apparently that's the only channel that had it. So, because even the MLS app that I paid for to be able to stream it, they're like, oh, it's not, it's blacked out. I was like,
Proxy,
Oh,
son.
come on. Oh, I tried that too. Downloaded a proxy to in development mode, said I was in Russia, didn't work.
Huh.
So then I tried Tennessee, didn't work.
Russia's within a close enough distance to get to the game.
Yeah. So like I tried a different country first, got an error, I was like maybe it doesn't like the country. So I like Tennessee. Come on. Nope. So and then I was like I could try Oklahoma, but I'm not. My
Yeah.
phone can't even pretend to be there. Not going to happen.
Basketball season next year is going to be my first. What am I going to do?
Yeah.
So
The one that you had me do that one year.
yeah, that one died.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's a different one, but I don't know.
Does Root Sports do web streaming at all?
Nope.
No? Okay.
And it's back to AT&T owns them now.
Okay.
Which I mean, I have AT&T internet, so maybe that'll get me something.
It could. I mean, I have.
NBA didn't have an app?
They do, but it's blackout restrictions. Your NBA League Pass, you can watch every team except for your home team.
So,
Wow.
Yeah, so
That's
it's
stupid.
slightly ridiculous.
And I think we're getting closer to getting away from all these stupid packages where I get 9,000 channels and only watch 4 of them. And I'm going to be able to just like fill out the menu.
I don't think we're anywhere near getting rid of all that stuff.
No.
I think the way that it's going with the internet, it's getting to where
I think the
Not even
NBA
close.
just increased their salary cap by almost $40 million in a single year because of their contract to like 2040 with all the cable companies. So until you can get all the major sports to provide you a secondary avenue to watch things.
well, no, I'm talking more of like Sling TV to where I don't have to pay for this $60 package from whatever, I can spend $20 and have the 10 channels I want.
Yeah, if you're lucky.
I don't mind paying
I don't
$20.
know. The FCC is leaning heavily in the favor of the cable providers right now.
Yeah.
And it's going to be that way for who knows how long.
So we need to take them all down. That's what we got to do. Just crash them all.
Yeah. So with everything I see pass every day, it's like, yep, that made Comcast stronger.
Yeah.
Yep, that made AT&T stronger. They have
much.
all the chips, and if you want to do anything in any realm of entertainment, you have to go through them.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Except for YouTube, but YouTube is kind of starting to be stingy too.
Yeah.
You are whistling heavy.
Actually, the last game that I wanted to watch, so this was the most recent away Dynamo game, and I couldn't do it on MLS. It wasn't even on Fox Sports 1. You had to do it through Ultra Telemundo Vision Facebook streaming live. Which luckily they added it to where you can cast, right? So I'm sitting there watching the game in the game room upstairs, right? And we're watching on the big screen.
Was it in Spanish?
No. They
Oh,
were
damn,
doing
dude.
it
It's
in
like
English.
You put it in SAP.
It's Spanish soccer
But-
has to be
so-
hype as hell.
So I'm sitting here watching it, right? And there's these like thumbs and smiley faces and all that flying off the bottom of the screen.
Yeah.
And like little soccer balls. And I'm like, there's 2 balls on the field. No, there's not.
When people are commenting or
Yeah, every time
reacting
there's a
to it.
comment, it like blocks off this part of the screen. and then
Oh,
there's
yeah.
just like likes and fairy dust and
I've seen
shit.
that. I've seen that.
And
in
I'm
disc
just
golf,
like,
yeah.
I'm like, you do realize that all of those things are the size of the ball.
Yeah.
And it's distracting, and I hate you all. And like, you'll see a random comment, quit liking, and then you just see this like flurry that covers the screen. I'm just
Yeah.
like, quit saying, quit liking.
During the 24 hours of Le Mans that I streamed, it was just
Lamaze?
Le Mans. if you do it the authentic French, I understand the joke. But if you're doing authentic French,
Oh my, selling Girl Scout cookies teaches
what?
Nice. I don't know where the mute button is for this one.
I'm like, that could have been so much better.
Right?
You just start hearing, ah!
I know. And I was like, what
It'd be like-
just happened?
I'll have comments about that. I have content now.
But I was watching the 24 hours well, if you're doing the proper French way, you have to say it like you're dying. So it's like 24 hours Le Mans. You have to draw out the ma.
I don't know what the hell he's talking about anymore. I think
an
it's talking
endurance
about
race.
a pastry.
It's an endurance race. It should be a pastry, but it tastes as hell. But yeah, the endurance race, 24 hours Le Mans. I streamed it on the internet because NBC was only doing coverage like every hour and just doing highlights. So if you wanted to watch the entire race all the way through, I started it because I was building the monstrosity in the room. And I started watching it, and it was like really competitive from the start, which traditionally doesn't happen because it's a 24-hour race.
Yeah.
So you don't get, you don't try monkey business up front. You wait till the last hour. So there's like all this overtaking crazy stuff happening, and I was drawn into it. I was like, wow, this race is hype as shit. And I was like 6 hours in. I was like, there's no way that like NBC can cut away from this right now at all. And I watched practically, well, I had to sleep, so I missed like 6 hours of it. But when I woke up, like almost all the LMP1 cars were out of competition, which has never happened. That's like the main class of the race.
Yeah.
There was one car left, and he was like 35 laps down. And the last little sprint to the end, he came back and won outright, 35 laps down.
Oh, wow.
It's a hell of a race. And then the GTM class was like the most competitive racing I've ever seen, sustained for like 7 hours. It was great, a great race. But anyway, like there was tons of comments and live streams. It's kind of crazy. Yeah. This is like one of the official streams for the whole thing. So there's just all these streams, and it's just nothing but someone like hammering a porn site. But it was all these bots that had like 40, 50 accounts, and as soon as you ban one, like Timor would pop up. And it was just hammering this porn site for a solid 6 hours.
Oh, wow.
Just blah, 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 link.
It was hammering the porn site?
It was hammering.
For 6 hours.
Hammering.
Oh,
Hammering.
that's
How did the porn site take it?
Funny enough,
with a smile.
Funny enough, it was the same exact porn site that was spamming the Jeff Sessions Congress.
Oh, I heard about that.
Testimony.
Yeah.
So good times. Anyway, streaming. So the lawsuit that came up, there was a piracy lawsuit, anti-piracy lawsuit, levied by Dish Network against Zim TV and Phoenix, which are add-on channel providers for Kodi. So that's a big reason why a lot of channels have started to go dark on Kodi. So no good.
No, like he mentioned earlier, that's one of the reasons things change on there so frequently. Yeah, I mean, a channel pops off, a channel takes its spot, but
I don't want to have to do much configuration though.
Well, that and I'm lazy and I like things a certain way.
Yeah.
So having to change that, like when the menu changes on Plex, like I want to throw my phone. Like I should not have downloaded that update. It's just pissing me off. And then I go try to find the last phone I had and hope that the Plex version on that is the old one. Yeah. So my tablet is like 3 Plex versions back. It's great.
Just wait for it to be like, sorry, we can't run unless you update. I love those updates that kind of roll out where it does the check and it's like, do you want to update? And you're like, no. It's like,
Ingress used to do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very thankful that iTunes has not done that because I'm like years behind on iTunes because they changed the way the left-hand menu sorting thing works, so you can't actually get directly to your iPod in the left-hand menu, which sucks. It makes it really difficult to navigate. You have to go through this like sliding bar system. It's clanky as shit. But yeah, I'm about 4 years behind on iTunes and love it because it works.
I just don't use the iPod that I have. I used it for like 2 months, and then the screen broke selling it to someone, and then I sent it off for 2 years to get fixed.
I still use Winamp.
It came back and just sits there.
I thought they were coming back at some point. We talked about this, I think.
They released a new version.
Yeah,
it's
there's like a new version coming out.
Not so bad. I still keep an old version, classic.
How's the visualization?
Not like Geistworks was. Yeah, I mean that was old school. Like that was good. There was a visualization package, Geistworks, someone released, and it did really, really well with the style of music we listened to back in the day.
Yeah,
but
I'm going back and getting a little nostalgic on a few things. I'm going to do a video for it's like a rig build kind of thing, but I'm going to reassemble my rig from my first band and see if I can make it sound good. And I just got the first piece of it today, which is like an old as balls, like digital multi-effects pedal. And I got it today, and I was like, this thing sounds really good, man. But gotta love the internet, man. It took a long time to find it, but it was like $13. I was like, oh my God, that the price difference.
And that's when you buy 2.
And then $96 shipping.
But I fried mine back in the day because the original configuration was it ran off of 4 AA batteries, which no other guitar pedal ran on AA batteries. All of them ran on 9-volt batteries. So I thought I got creative. I was going to take it apart and wire in a 9-volt clip into the whole thing. And in the process of doing this, I dropped the battery on the board while it was plugged in and shorted out the IC chip, like the main processing unit, and toasted it.
That's no good.
Yeah, it was no good.
Lessons learned.
So yeah. there's a studio recording because our singer, his dad had tons of money and somehow thought we were good enough to go into the studio to record anything that has that pedal on it. So it's like, yeah. Back in the day. And I also found a copy like from the same year of my first guitar that I'm really tempted to buy just to come full circle in the whole thing.
Is it like $17?
No, it's not. It's actually it's more than my guitar was originally.
Yeah.
And
That
it's
happens
like a
sometimes.
cheapo. It's a cheap guitar. It was supposed to be a cheap guitar, but I guess they consider 20 years or 25 years vintage now.
Yeah, vintage or antique.
Yeah.
We're all vintage.
Oh yeah, everything that we love is old as shit. That's
Yeah.
that's what it comes down to.
I did see one of those videos that was like, oh, if you remember this, it turns 20 this year, and it was like movies that I remember watching before I was 10.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
like, oh,
Yeah, everything we loved is old as shit, and it's difficult to try to get kids like wrapped up into it now. I'm actually very proud of one of our friends, Stacy. She's been going back and showing the kids like old movies, and they dig them. So they had not seen Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and I went over there for a game night, and they were strolling. I can't think of words. Scrolling, yes.
You're
that
welcome.
has no T in it.
Scroting.
Just scroting, man. Just scroting.
You were trying not to say scroting so much that you couldn't get scrolling down.
What you doing? Just scroting. Just scroting. If they find a way to turn balls into a trackball, it's gonna be a whole new world.
Yeah.
Japan.
Japan's on top of everything. But we ended up, I was over there for a game night. We ended up watching Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and they enjoyed it. So it was like winning. We got modern day teenagers, to be into Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yeah, it's like a cult classic now, so it's almost cool to like that movie.
Yeah. I found
Is it sad that this year I almost took a day off just to watch it?
Yeah, that is a little bit sad. You
My
can
last-
watch it anytime.
my last sick day was Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Groundhog Day, just because. And I can't remember, there was another movie in there, but I slept through it, I think.
Dude, mine was
Gremlins.
on the couch till 7 p.m. It was the day after our last podcast.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it was, the mixture of, but I was out. I woke up and was like, oh, this isn't good. So I went in sick. And then I woke up at like noon, answered like 2 emails. And then I woke up at 7 p.m. I didn't even get to watch, Firefly. I could have watched the entire season, right? And the movie. I could have started Stargate. Like, so much
That
missed.
story went like
Makes me
like
sad.
it almost started as if it had meaning, and it like added to the conversation we were having, and it was the exact opposite of that by the time it ended. It was a vacuum of
Just saying
of
all
the
of
exact,
the...
like, yeah, we're talking about what we were watching. He's like, I didn't watch anything. I slept the whole time, but I did work for like 5 minutes between it.
Well,
And then you want to talk about the things you could have done in that time.
Because that's what you do on a sick day, and I didn't get to enjoy it. That's how bad it was. That's what I'm saying. Is you were lucky with your sick day. You got to watch the good
The lucky
shit.
person is the one that fast forwards to the last 2 minutes of our podcast.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
last 2 minutes?
I was trying to be nice.
So, movie news, the Han Solo movie will be directed by Ron Howard.
Interesting.
So, big director.
And he's familiar with space.
Tom Hanks as Han Solo. Tom Hanks as Han Solo immediately. Immediately.
Jar Jar gets replaced by a ball, a volleyball.
Jar Jar! I'm sorry, Jar Jar! I'm sorry!
Actually, wouldn't it have to technically be the Wookiee?
Well, I mean, you could really make Jabba the Hutt just a bunch of volleyballs.
Jabba the Hutt. Jabba the Hutt is just this old, beat to shit,
Weathered.
olive green suede beanbag chair.
That's even more disgusting.
And the only game Han can play is he's just hucking those rat creatures into it from a distance.
But they're made of dodgeballs.
You gotta eat, Jabba. You gotta eat.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you announce who the director of that is. We went off on a little tangent. I enjoyed it.
He broke himself.
Yeah, it's not hard.
I'm just picturing a beanbag chair as Jabba the Hutt with Tom Hanks throwing rats into it. It's the best thing whatever. Just screaming, you gotta eat, Java. You gotta eat.
How is he the one that doesn't drink?
Right?
It's not my fault. My brain's better than yours. I fear if I ever try to chemically enhance whatever's going on in my head, I have an active fear of what may result from that.
You get over it. Or you don't.
Or I'm just like, it's my own theme park and I'm not coming back.
Right?
That would be scary. So I was reading, I'm looking for the news now, but the way Wonder Woman is tracking with the box office, it stands to easily double anything else that's ever come out for DC.
Nice.
And it's on track. I think it only had like a 40% drop-off, which the drop-offs from weekend to weekend for Suicide Squad, for Batman vs. Superman, for Superman Returns, for all that shit, their drop-offs from first weekend to the second weekend was usually in the realm of 70 to 90%.
Yeah.
See, the three that you mentioned, when you say that it's going to double it, I'm like, so it's going to break even.
It's already made its money back.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then some, but drastically by then some.
Well, because, I mean, I don't think Suicide Squad did, right?
I don't know how much of a percentage they get off every pair of short shorts that gets sold. Because if so, they may have made their money back by now.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't ever DC licensed.
True.
They have some DC licensed ones.
Yeah.
They show up on the Facebooks.
But there was like a whole thing.
You can buy them used on a vending machine in Japan.
Or on eBay.
Japan, you're so weird.
But who wants to go? Yeah?
Right?
Yeah?
You can buy live crab from vending machines in Japan.
Live?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is it like an aquarium vending machine, or is it just sitting there pissed off?
No, it's packaged. It's all bundled up. It's in very cold temperatures, so it's kind of like in a little bit of stasis.
It's refrigerated.
But it drops the container of the crab out, and then next to it drops a busket, which it fills with steaming water, and it's your job to drop the crab in the busket
In the
and
busket?
cook the crab.
So are buskets just Japanese buckets?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's what they are.
It is. Yeah,
So yeah, you can get some crab on the corners.
yeah. It's like DIY crab.
So it's like Las Vegas.
You different kind of crabs. These crabs are soft and buttery.
Like I said. But as Chad would say.
What happens in Vegas is usually
Curable with penicillin.
it leaves you itchy, and it's sometimes soft and buttery. Who knows? But I'm still looking for the article. It was buried so far back. I don't know if I can find it, but it's projected to actually do better this weekend than Transformers. 4 weeks after release and opening weekend for Transformers.
Yeah, that
I
doesn't
don't
say
doubt
much.
it because the buzz around it has been pretty good. What is it? Have you looked at the Rotten Tomatoes rating? Like any of that
For
kind of
Transformers?
stuff? No, for Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman, I think, was like 90s.
Yeah. So I mean, that's people talking about it and going to see it again and again.
92% on Rotten Tomatoes.
It makes me wonder how much that's pulled from Guardians too. I mean, it was very end of their run, really. So.
Oh, you mean like in terms of box office?
Yeah.
I think Guardians had a bigger drop off than Wonder Woman did.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, because it's heavy Marvel, heavy Marvel. But anyway, I'm not expecting. I didn't even see the last Transformers movie.
I think I did.
I did.
Marky Mark annoys me here lately.
He has some really good stuff, but Transformers wasn't one of them.
Yeah, I mean when the Shia LaBeouf first Transformers hit, it had just the right tone for that like era.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when you go back and like watch the original Sam Raimi Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Like you remember that summer.
It dates itself.
Yeah.
Positively.
Nickelback is the freaking theme song for Spider-Man.
Why do you have to bring that up after I say positively?
But yeah, like Nickelback is the theme. It did the theme song or the end credit song for that.
I seem to remember that now.
Yeah.
Although,
What happened to that? What happened to like every blockbuster movie having like a stacked soundtrack that had like 4 singles on summer radio?
the last time I remember that was like way back in the 90s.
Like I remember, was it Batman Forever had had
I remember-
Seal's "Kiss from a Rose,"
Yeah.
U2's "Hold Me, Thrill Me, Kiss Me, Kill Me."
Yeah.
I remember having
The
that
bad part
CD.
was I was actually just thinking of that soundtrack.
Yeah,
Like that. Yeah, because there were a number of
was
songs. I don't
wall
like
to
U2.
wall. Yeah.
And it was on there. Seal.
I remember putting
I like
the,
that song.
I remember putting the CD of that soundtrack in my 6-disc player, my Ford Explorer,
Yeah.
because that was a good one.
Yeah. There have been a few, but there's usually a lot of crappy music in movies. Where, like, they're doing the same thing TV's doing right now, where it's all, like, retro 80s
yeah. They're
soundtracks,
just
and-
buying the rights to old songs and not
Yeah.
doing anything new for any of this. But yeah, you had "The Riddler" by Method Man on that soundtrack.
Method Man, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember the other soundtrack we used to listen to. Dangerous Mind soundtrack?
I remember "Smash
Yeah.
It Up" by The
That's
Offspring
good.
was also on alternative radio that summer. But yeah, this soundtrack had a lot of things
Yeah.
on the radio.
And it was interesting too, because when that came out, like, yeah, those songs had been out for a while, and they started making a lot of run on the radio stations when the movie came out. So there were different times. Like, I don't remember that U2 song hardly at all for a while, and then it popped up for that.
Zooropa. It was released in '93 on the Zooropa album, and then Batman came out in '95.
Yeah, so I mean, a couple years later, it's not on the tops.
But yeah, there were like B-sides and things like
Yeah,
you know.
so-
You didn't. I don't remember hearing any of these songs before Batman Forever, and the Batman Forever like made them happen. So we should have Guardians of the Galaxy 2 obviously goes back and gets music from Wonder Woman should have had like random obscure songs from like 2003, some random like Brandy B-side.
Aaliyah, bring back Aaliyah.
Yeah, Leah.
No, just play I Don't Want No Scrubs during that
No.
battle scene.
That's negatively dating your movie.
But tell me you wouldn't have just started laughing in the theater.
Yeah, but that's not a scene I want to laugh at. That was a good
But you're
scene.
enjoying it, right? You're enjoying it. You're bullet time fun, and then
Yeah,
boom.
where was the happy Marvel after credit scene of just Wonder Woman sitting in the trench just eating an MRE?
Right.
Like, it's not too bad. This cake's kind of rubbery. But yeah, friggin' Wahlberg. Transformers Last Night has the lowest opening day for the series.
Well, it is like the 6th.
Yeah, and there's speculation that Michael Bay may return to try to save it. So
Yeah.
yay, looking forward to that. More Bayham, yeah, good
That-
stuff.
That should be interesting.
Anyway,
So the noises my laptop was making a moment ago.
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
Not
I'm
the
gonna
noises,
read
not the
first-
noises that are coming from Kyle's nose right now.
Right.
Right.
I'm going to read the first sentence of this paragraph. Need a cybersecurity expert? Never fear, qualified Girl Scouts are here. There are now going to be cybersecurity badges in the Girl Scouts. I think that's pretty baller.
I dig it.
I do too. And it's like K through 12, there's 18 badges for it. So it's not just I shot an arrow into a target and I got a badge. It's like
Yeah.
there are 18 different badges for this thing. So it will progress you through. I think that's a great thing.
But we're told to join, right?
Yeah, we can't join the Girl Scouts. We might be able to download a torrent of their training for their badges. But yeah, I don't keep up with the Boy Scouts anymore. But I mean,
You're gonna
that'd
see
be-
it. You're gonna see a Girl Scout selling cookies, and it's like, is that a Cisco badge? Get the-
They just show up for they apply for a job. They show up with their little vest with all the.
their sash.
They're like, I think they have more certifications than I do.
yeah.
But yeah, I read it. I saved it real quick for the cast on Reddit, and I went back and I was pulling up and I forgot there was a video that loaded at the top. Of it.
So that was the noise.
Yeah, that was the Girl
That's-
Scout video.
That's
But
pretty rad,
sweet.
though. Yeah.
I thought it was pretty cool.
I think most of the tech programs now, and especially in high schools, are very far behind.
Oh yeah.
And for them to be jumping on top of all things cybersecurity, that's
Yeah. Well, it says it's a collaboration to introduce a series of 18 cybersecurity badges for girls K through 12. They will explore opportunities in STEM, so science, technology, engineering, and math.
yeah,
So that's pretty sweet.
that's pretty awesome,
I
man.
like it.
Yeah, I don't know of too much engineering stuff that really goes on in like Boy Scouts or things like that, but
We make bridges and stuff like that,
there's structural things. Yeah,
but not a ton. I mean, we put fences up and wave flags.
yeah. I did pass on a tip to a friend of mine who's in the his son's in the Boy Scouts, and there was that whole like you have to make a marshmallow and toothpick structure.
Yeah.
And I gave him the tip because this won me a morning. The other company I used to work for, we used to have like morning muster where everyone would do projects or we have to do some sort of competition.
Yeah.
We'd break into teams, and so I had those can dusters. If you flip them upside down, it comes out really, really cold.
Yeah.
If you chill the marshmallows, they hold their integrity a lot longer.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah. So I just kept hitting it with the marshmallows with that to hold the structure and built the tallest structure that we had. So
Nice.
So yeah, I gave that little cheat code to the kid. It's like, yeah, chill your marshmallows.
Yeah.
Don't overhandle them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You want to keep them as structurally sound as possible.
Yeah.
Like, do not eat the marshmallow. Don't lick it. Stop licking it.
Your hands are hot. If you can do anything to cool them off, that's a big plus.
Don't go overboard though.
Don't go overboard.
No,
yeah.
no.
Yeah. Liquid nitrogen. Blah,
Right.
my hand shattered. Oh my god.
Even dry ice.
Yeah. Do we feel like this summer is like do we have enough blockbusters, enough big movies happening to where it feels like, I mean, there's Spider-Man, Wonder Woman, Guardians of the Galaxy. There's the Transformers that could be better.
Really, the when is there not nowadays? I mean, you've got 7, I think was your last count, movies on one of the last podcasts. 7 movies in the next 12 months.
Well, last summer let me down. I didn't really feel like there was a lot
It's
last summer.
It's been kind of dry since Will Smith has come out in like a 4th of July movie. Like that used to be the epitome. Like summer, you knew summer was there when Will Smith came out in a movie on the 4th of July. But he's I haven't checked, but I haven't heard of anything he's coming out in this year. But yeah, there's so many good movies coming out. I mean, you're gonna have Guardians followed by Wonder Woman, then you're gonna have what looks to me to be probably a pretty good Spider-Man.
I'm looking forward to it.
And then Ragnarok.
Ragnarok right after that.
That looks really good.
I didn't think Thor was releasing until
Fall, beginning of fall, I think.
Yeah,
I wanna say.
it's right before like Christmas break and all that. I thought.
November 3rd.
Yeah. Right
So
after
I mean,
Halloween.
we're talking about summer though.
That's still summer in Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's great.
Gotcha.
Our tropical storm that never came did keep the temperature down a good 10 to 12 degrees.
We were actually upset because we didn't water the grass enough.
Yeah.
Like we got plants and all that, and we were like, now we got to water because
It was wet at my house, but that was about it.
Basic ass sanity.
Yeah.
I was let down. I was very much let down. I actually looked out the window this morning and driveway wasn't even damp. It's like, wow.
Yeah.
It's lame. It's lame, Cindy.
Shame.
Work on your storm game.
Speaking of shame, Game of Thrones trailer.
I was wondering where you go with that. I was
Yeah.
like, it could be something different. It could be something different.
That's why there was a dramatic pause. That was the last thing we watched before we started, and Kyle's going through another viewing. What are you on? 3 now? Season 3?
Season 3, episode 4 or 5 or something like that.
Those things he can remember.
Well, the HBO app sucks. It doesn't autoplay. It doesn't keep
Why
my
aren't
spot.
you doing it on Plex?
Because I have the HBO app.
And everyone in the world has Game of Thrones on their Plex.
Yeah, but it's on my HBO.
You can create your own watch list.
It's going to be faster than trying to download from someone's house than it is with
I don't
their
know.
servers. So
You don't need a lot of bandwidth to stream.
I'm watching in 1080.
Yeah, still.
And most Plex servers that I have won't let you stream it in 1080. They block it because they're afraid of their bandwidth cap.
I only got 2 up, pal.
Who are you with?
Comcast.
So yeah, what y'all think of trailer?
I dig it. I like the. I'm a big fan of the negative space that that a soliloquy monologue kind of thing creates. And I liked Sansa's monologue where the whole thing dies out and she just sort of recites that poem. The most striking part of it is the last lines. What is it? The wolf dies, but the pack survives.
Yeah, and that it makes you wonder because there's what 3 Starks left. Oh no, 4 or 5. 5 Starks left. So
Sure.
which one? Isn't there 5?
I don't know. You're the one watching it right now.
I'm not that far.
I got to study before the season starts.
I haven't even got to the Red Wedding yet.
Yeah, you're almost there.
Yeah, almost.
Yeah, 3-9 and.
So I think in the
Yeah.
current season you have John.
Okay.
You got the 2 youngins, Brandon, the one I can't remember his
Yep.
name. You got Sansa and Arya.
I also slightly consider Snow a Stark.
I said John.
Oh, well then, yeah.
He
you're
is a
5.
Stark.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so those are the 5, right? That is alive and current.
Okay.
So the pack has to be 4 because it's a few if it's 3. So which one of them dies?
It wasn't a gaggle. It wasn't a gaggle. She said a pack.
See, I think 2 of them will die, but 1 of them will come back.
We already know one of them comes back.
Well then, haha.
I mean, that already happened.
Oh no, another one comes back.
Oh, that one?
Yeah.
Which
I don't know
one?
what's going to happen.
We talking about?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Mm-hmm.
I'm still hopeful for Mommy Stark to come back.
Really?
Yeah.
I think they would have had to have done it already.
I mean, it depends on the way the timelines work. I mean,
Yeah. Timelines don't seem to be...
Well, I mean, they got magical boats taken from place to place in like less than a cigarette break. So, I mean, that's one thing I think we talked about a little bit last season. I was very okay with them having it at speed 1.2 the entire season.
Yeah.
And I expect it to be worse. Well, I don't know, worse or I don't know what they're doing. I do know, but I don't know. Like, I don't know if they are stretching content to get 2 seasons, or they cut one big season into 2.
I
but
think
just for the number of episodes, it seems like we're getting a season and a half in 2 years. To me,
Yeah. And I think that what it was is they were like, we could go on 2 more seasons, but let's get all the contracts now done and over with.
And cost is high. I
And,
mean, it is not cheap to run that show. That's why Rome ended up dying.
Yeah.
The show, not the place, but I guess probably both. I guess it does work for both of them a little bit. But yeah, I mean, it was just too expensive, and you can only kill so many people off in one season, and the CGI is going to be ridiculous with the North. So,
Well, not just that, but the dragons, they did the close-up in the trailer, and it looks good.
yeah, no, I'm hoping the little teeth they show get bigger. I really like my dragons to have almost snake-like fangs, and it had the 2 rows, and then you had like the little baby teeth way up the top. I'm hoping those, as it matures, they come out with like maybe just a gray mustache.
A Fu Manchu, maybe?
Yeah,
What about a mustache that's also teeth?
that works too.
Just teeth stash.
Teeth stash. That would definitely do it.
Yeah, but then the barber could beat the dragon.
Yeah. And the funny part is we just watched this thing.
Yeah.
We just watched this 2-minute video.
Yeah.
That really probably went through like 30 minutes of content from 30-minute parts, like just slapped on top of each, collage together. And we were slightly overwhelmed, but we couldn't catch enough without rewatching it to know what really happened.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
like
I mean,
they put some Game of Thrones in a paint bucket and threw it at you.
Yeah.
And it got all in your eyes, and by the time you could see again, like one of the wolves died, but the pack survived.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is like the way that they stacked it, like you don't know what order that's
Yeah,
in. Like
exactly.
some of that could be from the final episode.
So
Because you
Well,
know
that's
when
the
they get
thing.
to an area, because like it shows Danny in Stannis' war room.
Yeah.
Right. So you're like, what happens there?
well, I mean,
that's not where she's headed.
She's got a flying taxi.
True.
She can fly places.
Do you think in order to get the ships across the sea faster, they rented out the dragons like Uber and just had them like...
No.
It's like they're like he picks up the boats like a stork would a baby,
Yeah.
and just like carries one boat at a time across to make
Just
it
see,
make it
that's
quicker.
squad.
I think they should go different. They should turn the sails into balloons and have them heat up the air,
Oh,
right? And make it a hot air balloon.
yeah.
And that way they're floating like Peter Pan. That would be great. If you just like, wait, they did it. Oh no, this is going to be a horrible season.
I'm like,
Cut it to 7 episodes.
damn it, Kyle, ruin Game of Thrones.
It's going to be a CGI mess up. Just floating.
Well, like just to do it right, they would have to like fart in it first to get the hot, and then light it. So it'd just be like, really, we're watching this dragon fart into a balloon and then light his own fart to carry these boats across the water. I do not do Game of Thrones. No, do not do it.
do it.
We've tried to sell a lot of things on this show that we thought would be great ideas, but that is not one of them.
Wait. No. So the lip reading guys that did the
this is
medieval.
helpful.
They did the medieval thing on. They took the trailer, all the clippets, and turned it to medieval Funland. They did that to Game of Thrones season 1 and 2, I think.
Okay. I believe that happened.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they should go ahead and run
like
with
it's in
this
the realm
idea.
of possibility.
They should run with this idea. Like that thing had like 2 million views. It was great. If y'all don't remember it, y'all need to go rewatch it.
I probably need to rewatch it then.
Because Medieval Fun Time Land or whatever was absolutely hilarious. Because it was basically turning clips of Game of Thrones into a Renaissance festival.
Medieval.
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 Oh God, I'm tired of them talking about this Avatar sequel. Just let it go. You're not that creative, dude.
I have heard absolutely nothing about it until you said something about it.
Yeah. Is it coming out, Tim?
On various like movie sites, I see an article on it at least like once a week for the past 2 years.
We don't go to the same movie sites.
Isn't that supposed to be out in like 2020 or something?
I don't know. Maybe James Cameron is waiting around to talk about inventing new technology to do something that someone's already done 20 years ago.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
very
as long
well.
as it's more efficient.
You need an Alexa. That way I can just ask.
No, we don't need a robot talking to you throughout the show. We would get absolutely nothing done. Although if we did it, we'd have to mic Alexa up.
Did you see the video? I can't
I
remember.
got
If
an Echo just sitting in the office.
I can't remember if I sent it to you, but it was Alexa, but it had clips. Someone overdubbed the video with clips of Alex Jones.
No.
Oh, we got something to watch after this. It's so good. You know who Alex Jones is, right?
Is it ALYX?
Yeah, ALEX.
Let me find a picture.
I don't know that one.
Alex
I don't need
Jones
this tab of
is
emojis being added to Android anymore.
Alex Jones is a insane conspiracy theorist who now has like a 24/7 news network all to himself.
Nice.
And-
This guy in fatigues that looks slightly like Bill O'Reilly.
Yes,
Okay.
and the depth of his rants
Yeah.
is at a level that us at our most creative have never hit on this podcast. We've never gone that deep. This dude goes hard in the paint on insanity.
He's from Dallas.
Yeah,
That makes more sense.
he's peanut butter space shuttle batshit nuts.
Is he a
We'll have to
Scientologist?
check that out at some point.
He is their new god.
Tom Cruise worships this guy.
He's OT infinity. That's what it is.
Yeah, just the pic. Like, you know how like Google does the little thing on the right hand side, little bio, and it picks like the top pictures. They're all angry.
He's had some of the best. He's had some of the best rants about everything, like anything government. It's the black helicopters. His search for FEMA death camps is hilarious.
Apparently, Megyn Kelly's ratings went down after the Alex Jones interview.
Yeah,
Thanks for that tidbit.
Well, 3
Yeah,
days ago,
well,
Fox News said that.
but go watch that. It's. I think the YouTube clip on it is called Alexa Jones. But yes, I would buy an Alexa right now if it was Alex Jones just yelling. Alex Jones, what's the weather like today? Black helicopters.
See, it would have to give me useful information. If I want to talk to someone and not get any useful information back, I'm just going to continue to talk to myself.
I want to chuckle, and Kyle's not available that early.
Well, true.
What? How early?
Like 6 when I wake up. It's like, Kyle, what's the weather like today? Black helicopters.
Is this a weekend or a weekday?
It's a weekday.
Do I have an early meeting?
I don't know your life.
I'm just saying, like, if it's an early meeting day, I can be awake that early.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Bitch, I don't know your life. What the hell is this? When's Defenders happening? This is just the non-topic show. That's what this is going to be.
It's like, I think we should have started dun, 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 the non-topic show. Dun,
Yeah,
dun,
I was like-
dun, non-topic show.
It's like, so, hey, Niels, how your life? How's that happen?
Yes. Pull my favorite Fifth Element line and just say nothing into the microphone.
You got to say it a little bit deeper then.
No, it's,
And there's a pause. There's a
I've
breathe,
been doing this
pause.
for a while, so
Multipass.
Yes.
yeah.
No.
Sometimes yes, maybe, never yes.
That was one of the ones that was on the You're Old as Fuck because it's 20 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, it made me sad. It was like that and Good Will Hunting. And I was like, oh, come on.
Oh, they're making another Saw movie.
How do you like them apples?
Really?
Yeah, they're making another Saw. So the Venom movie.
The what?
The Venom movie.
Okay. I thought you said Vena. I was like, what the fuck
Vena.
is this?
I heard the M.
Yeah.
Carnage will be the villain in Venom.
I heard something similar to that on the internet. I'm not very big into that side of things. I think Spider-Man and all that stuff is not my favorite.
Okay.
So I don't know anything about them. But I know Venom is the black one.
Yeah.
On the comic cover. I think Ed got one signed, I think, a couple years back, maybe.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. I dig Venom as a character. Dig Carnage as a character. They did not treat him well in the last Spider-Man movies. Venom was a super weak villain.
I've heard he's not supposed to be.
Yeah, he's had a well, when he first came out in the comic books, big impact character, immediately one of the most popular villains of all time. Enough for me to sell Sharpie sketches on tinfoil of Venom for enough to get lunch money.
So speaking of Spider-Man, let's go to the trailer. Y'all both seen that, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Did y'all see the Tobey Maguire like callback scene that they're doing?
Yes.
Explain.
So you know which one I'm talking about. So the bus or whatever is like splitting apart,
Oh yeah.
and he's all like, I'm like, yeah, I've seen that before, and it was with a bus.
That's
so-
been in almost every Spider-Man game. It's been one of the calling cards of the Spider-Man.
Yeah, but this
franchise.
one looks very close
they
to.
They even did it in Captain America when he was holding the helicopter down.
With no feet on the
And
ground.
then in Guardians of the Galaxy 2, when she's holding Drax, as they enter atmosphere, she's it's like they have to throw it at least in every superhero movie once. So I'd like to know some research for next week where that began. The first time
You had the impossible
like gun reach. The gun pose reach.
or the hero Band-Aid.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, see,
Yeah.
the thing is the reason I say it's going back to the Tom Maguire one because I think his like mask is messed up and stuff. So like it looks like he's gonna fall over and everyone's gonna like lift him up again.
Oh.
So to me, it's like I hope that scene doesn't go exactly where the old one did.
It probably will not.
No.
I think Iron Man showed up in that scene actually.
Why didn't Iron Man just show up and like with his whole fleet of like iron robots and just fly back together?
Because he blew them all up.
He's had like time to build more.
He just has to press print.
He's been chilling with
Yeah.
Pepper.
Yeah. He's just
That's
got
what,
the. He's got
that's
the
what
easy-
you think. He doesn't need to poo 7 times a day.
What do you think the over under
Toilet
is?
seat's a computer.
No. Pepper Potts.
What do you think
He's
the
been chilling
o-
with her.
What do you think the over under is on Gwyneth Paltrow ever coming back to a Marvel film?
19.
Okay.
Is that which number is that?
The number is tuna.
I think it's a pretty good chance that she'll be back.
Because it's been how many Iron Man appearances since?
It's been 2.
I think the last time she was
she
on
wasn't even
screen
in
was
the
Iron
last-
Man 3,
I thought she wasn't in the last Iron Man movie
or maybe it was Iron Man 2.
because they were having issues in the movie and like he never talked to her.
Yeah, maybe in like whatever she got powers or something. I think it may have been Iron Man 2.
She got powers.
Yeah.
Hey, look at this IMDb. We're right in front of the internet.
There we go.
I'd be back. Arnold Schwarzenegger that shit, dude. Like that's Marvel money. You
Yeah, but
don't turn that down.
Apparently, she like from
She's apparently difficult to work with.
yeah, she's one difficult to work with. and she's
Like the
very,
rest of the superheroes aren't.
Apparently, she's very picky at like roles and being the top bills. And there was like an entire article I read a few years ago.
She
on
was
it.
in Shallow Hal.
Look, this is
She was probably the highest paid one in that one too.
she believes in putting jade eggs into your cooter to maintain vaginal wellness.
Oh, okay.
Whoa.
So there's that.
What?
Look it up on the internet.
Yes, look it up. That's her thing.
Yeah, do it on his Wi-Fi.
Oh, but apparently she's in Spider-Man: Homecoming.
So I don't think it's going to be long before she's back on screen with Marvel.
So there you go. Internet, answer the question.
Or is that just because IMDb people can go in there and add shit and then it's not actually true? They just added her.
But her last appearance before this was Iron Man 3, 2013.
She took some time off. I mean, she just got powers. She got to learn how to use them.
I need a minute.
Yeah. Like she has actually watched people fuck it up over and over and over.
But the Scarlet Witch was like, I got powers. I'm gonna wreck shit. I'm here.
Well, those are specialer powers.
What powers did she get?
She got like fire and
She got red person,
transparency.
remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I thought it was going to kill her, and it was all sucked out of her at the end of that episode.
I didn't see that Rainbow Vac shot. I maybe not have stayed for the credits. Yeah, Rainbow Vac.
I thought
Yeah,
it was like
Rainbow Vac.
I thought she was going to die because of it, and they had to like fix her, and she put her through the anti-radiation ray or something, and I don't know.
Yeah.
She successfully made it down Rainbow Road and was cured.
Oh, I gotta look it up.
Hold on, jade egg and vagina, right?
What is it?
So I type in jade eggs, right?
Yeah.
And it goes for sale Amazon for your Yanni.
No,
Yeah.
but I
Out this video.
the end credit in my head was just like, all of a sudden, Ron Popeil here with the magic rainbow vacuum suck fire thing.
I remember when they went door to door that thing, man.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, man. It's the show about nothing. We're just looking at the internet.
Yeah.
So I Google it, and the first one is no, Gwyneth Paltrow. Women should not put jade eggs in there. ...
What is? Can you click on it and see what the rest says?
The next one says better sex, jade eggs in your Yanni.
Basically, like if you, I can't remember what subreddit it is, but there's one that will. It's this weird. It's not a subreddit dedicated to her or anything else. It's just dumb internet shit. And it occasionally pops up with an excerpt from her magazine. Pops up quite often. Gwyneth Paltrow alert. The new Gwyneth Paltrow thing is to do blah, 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 blah. It's like, orange peels in your ass makes for a citrusy fart. It'd be something retarded like
sense,
that.
Though. That's
Yeah.
logical. I mean, yeah.
Just stuff a jade egg up a box and it'd be good, man. It's keeps it fresh.
Well, jade does smell good.
It's like one of those evergreen car freshener things, man. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. Anyway, I don't know how far we are into this.
This is bad.
We're over. We are definitely over.
You were a sleepy guy, it seems.
I get up at 5:15 in the mornings, and
She's all like, jade eggs, put in there, it's happy. And then everyone's like, bye, bye, bye. And then you have an overflow of gynecologists come out going, don't do that. But it's already sold out.
Walk me through this. Because you went from put jade eggs in your happy, waving, bye, bye, bye. So I'm thinking NSYNC's in the mix now. And what?
So we're just reading this Washington Post article that kind of goes over the storyline of this jade egg and Gwyneth Paltrow. She's like, put this golf ball full of herbs to steam your vagina. Right? And she's like, website, buy it now. And then, like, 12 hours later, this OBGYN's like, don't do that shit. It's bad for you. Here's the blah, blah, blah. And they're like, it's already sold out. Sorry.
Did you say teabag your vagina? Is that what you have to...
Steam.
Steam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Essentially, yes, teabag the vagina is what was going on there.
Yeah.
It's like jam smurps in there.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Mm-hmm.
In
And you
vapor
steam
form.
it for a day.
Yeah.
You know, either while you're at work or sleeping.
wait. What provides the steam?
The egg, the jade egg golf ball solid object you're shoving
Yeah, you have to put it in a kiln first.
to steam your uterus.
That way it'll stay warm for 24 hours.
I don't know.
The smell you
There's
smell
not a
is not
video.
jade. It's burnt vagina.
There's not an instructional video. She should definitely do one of those.
Yeah, I don't think Amazon can put that on their how-to section.
Oh, wait.
FAQ.
Maybe there is one.
That would be... Please find on Amazon immediately. Amazon... I'm going to go incognito because I don't want that showing up in my history.
Oh, it's already on your network.
Yeah, I did
Oh,
that.
it doesn't trace that.
Well, and incognito didn't really help that. So.
Jade egg. Let's see what the comments are.
Oh, apparently she released a $200 smoothie, too. Bitch, be crazy.
Three answered questions.
Amazon.
Why? Why is there no question? I expected more from Amazon because like other comments and other Q&As on Amazon are priceless. The 50-gallon drum of lube question and answer section is hilarious.
Dude, no one's even rated the egg for your Yanni. It's got 0 ratings.
Careful on the toilet, a bit pricey, but as expected, and my piddle problems are gone. Right? A wonderful gift for yourself, no matter what your age. This is a wonderful healing and muscle-building exercise for your most precious yoni. The fuck's a yoni?
Urban Dictionary it.
We're beyond Thunderdome.
Apparently, you can get a Chinese knockoff.
Yoni, the vulva, especially as a symbol of divine procreative energy, conventionally represented by a circular stone. Good night, everybody. That's the show. I don't think we can go any.
I don't know why you're still talking.
I think Yoni is it. I think that was in the bed.
We'll Yoni y'all later.
Yoni. If you have a Yoni, write to us and tell us about it. And if you've ever been compelled to shove a gemstone egg
full of
Yoni,
herbs that steams you.
full of and yeah.
Or if you want to discuss how this works, give us a call. 1-800-CHAD's house.
You shouldn't have listened to this episode. Good night, everybody.